KTM 125 Duke Best Motorcycle Review. Smallest member of a naked bike dynasty. If you're looking to get your license, learn to lift either wheel or pursue some lightweight urban thrills, the KTM 125 Duke can do it for you. It doesn't seem like a regular, budget 125 machine. It feels like a premium motorcycle that just so happens to be low capacity. That's why it features in both our Best 125cc motorbikes and Best 125cc naked bikes lists. It's a shame that engine modifications only allow restriction and not an enhancement of power. The Duke certainly challenged the Yamaha YZF-R 125 and arguably became the new king of the 125s. It looks the part and it's cool, and that's its unique selling point. It was easily the best-looking naked 125 when it was launched. It feels like a normal, big bike, is reasonably solid, not too flimsy and relatively roomy. To do stoppies and tricks, it's just like a BMX with an engine, it's easy. You've got to be a bit more brutal to do a burnout, but it will do it. Ride quality and brakes excellent. The riding position is comfortable, yet poised and cornering. Thanks to the big bike ergonomics but small bike weight, is nimble and swift. The steering lock is a little limited around town, and might make the figure 8 maneuvers on your test more challenging. While track riding, not an impossibility on the 125 Duke by any means, the 125 Duke will allow you to scrape pegs, knee sliders and anything else you care to trail along the floor. The suspension actually works. The front brakes are fantastic and beautifully responsive, allowing you to really feel the front forks load on mid to heavy braking, while keeping the bike perfectly stable and straight. Anyone keen to lift the rear wheel will find the 4-piston caliper in the centralized riding position more than up to the job. The rear shock, too, absorbs any bumps in the road well and provided decent cushioning on a range of roads tested. The suspension actually works, there is some controlled damping at both ends and there's a reasonable amount of feel. However, the tires feel a little wooden. Just how comfortable is the KTM 125 Duke? Back in 2011 one of our team rode one to the Alps and back. That isn't something you could do on many 125cc machines. Engine: the single-pot 124.7cc DOHC, liquid-cooled and fuel-injected engine is an entirely new design for the 125 Duke. It's more similar to the firm's Enduro models than to the KTM 690 Duke, which due to space issues has no camshaft rocker and only a single overhead cam. Unquestionably smooth and capable, it'll get to 40 miles per hour in no time at all, and on to 78 miles per hour in a straight line. Despite only managing 15 bhp, it feels responsive and zesty enough to thrill. It's a shame European and learner regulations limit the Duke's power, because it would do extremely well with another 10 bhp under its belt. The engine is comparable to other 4-stroke 125 machines and it will happily chug along at 65 miles per hour all day. Reliability and build quality: this is not just a bike that's just good enough for learners, this is a bike to welcome young riders to the world of premium motorcycles. A walk around the Austrian-designed, Indian-built 125 Duke confirms the impression. The 43mm upside-down forks are by WP, as is the adjustable, linked rear shock. The 4-piston radial front brakes are produced by Bybre, an Indian division of Brembo, and all the lights, from tail to indicators, are LEDs. The service intervals are a relatively short 3,106 miles. The gearbox is smooth and there's not too much vibration value versus rivals. The 125 Duke cost £3,695 when it was released, which was a lot of money for a 125. KTM must have known this, as they offered 1 year's free insurance or low-rate finance packages on the bike, which were worth hundreds to young riders saddled with prohibitive premiums. The Suzuki Van £3,065, Yamaha YBR 125, £2,399, and Honda CB125R, £3,170, were all considerably cheaper, but just couldn't touch the 125 Duke for quality. The next best thing, the ubiquitous Yamaha YZF-R 125 cost a whopping £4,249, which made the little Duke seem like a bargain. On the used market, you can find a KTM 125 Duke for sale with low miles for around £2,000, equipment top drawer. The KTM's dash lights up in a display that'll send butterflies spinning through every 17-year-old's stomach, from the charging rev counter to the ready to race welcome message. The orange backlight on the dash illuminates a range of stats and figures that puts even the KTM RC8 to shame. The 125 Duke's clocks are definitely the best on the market. The mirrors are excellent and all lights on the bike are LEDs. It's got decent pillion support too, as the seat and frame are larger than your average 125. Plus, there were a stack of factory extras to pick from the accessory catalog, including LED lights, sticker kits and headlight masks, so watch out for these on the used market.